I know you guys are wondering, why is this the first clip of the month? I see the date there. It is the 18th. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a little surprised that I actually hadn't been filming because I have been very busy. I've been working on some projects outside of YouTube, and I've been doing some stuff looking into going back to school to get my master's so that I can teach art, because I have had some opportunities open up. So I mentioned some of the stuff at the Imagine Museum. Well, I'm going to be doing some more stuff there. I'm actually going to be doing a workshop. I'm really excited for it. I'll talk more about that in detail later on. I'm going to be on an artist panel discussing comic book artwork. Really excited to be doing that. I think it's going to be really cool. And then I also have been working on some other stuff. So I got 2 new pieces I'm going to be making for 2 exhibits. So really excited about that. I'll talk about more of that in detail. But overall, I've been really busy. So I went on vacation, went to Huntington, West Virginia. We spent time with Sarah's family. So got to see everyone, which was nice. Now, I know there is a negative connotation to the in-laws. I love my in-laws. They're so awesome. So I spent a week with them. It was great hanging out with Mikey. But more importantly, it was his birthday, so I got to celebrate his birthday with him. He is just one of the most amazing people that I know. Like, I am so glad that I know him, and he is just such a great kid. And it's weird to say, but watching him grow up, I'm just so proud of him, because he's just such an awesome guy. I'm so proud of him. So really excited about that. We got, of course, last year we went for his graduation. This year we went for his birthday. So really fun, great. Went to the Inner Geek. I got some loot here we'll talk about. Not all of it's mine. I did get something for Sarah that she has already seen and she loves, so very excited about that. But I've just been really busy. Krista and Alex are moving, so I'm going to be helping them with that. I've been looking into going back and getting my master's so I can teach art. What steps do I need to take to get my teacher's license, because I want to teach? So it's just been a lot that's on my plate, and I will be honest, not all of it I've been able to film for you guys. So that's why it's been the 18th and a lot of days passed, and this is the first vlog you're getting from me. I also went in and I cleaned the studio, so it may not look different to you, but I did go through and clean things up. I forgot, I bought this little bat. His name is Bill, named after Bill Finger, the guy who created Batman. I know people say Bob Kane, it really was mostly Bill Finger that created the Batman that we know of. So I put him there. He's got a little bow tie, super adorable. So he's just gonna chill there for now. I forgot that I bought him as a cool little prop, so there we go. And yeah, you also see something else, a little spoiler there. You can see it a little bit right here. But I do want to talk about the loot that I got, because I got some fun stuff. Not a lot, just a couple little things here and there. Got a couple of gifts, got something for Noah. I got mentioned the thing with Sarah, so I got that. Again, I've just been really busy. I've had a lot on my plate, but I like to be busy. I like to keep busy. So I'm really excited, especially for the workshop, for the panel, and for the new pieces. So I have both of them actually chilling over here off panel. I'm not going to show them because they're nowhere near ready, but more importantly, I want them to be, fresh for everything. So really excited about that. And yeah, it's just been really busy on my end, just doing a lot of stuff, and I love it. I love keeping busy. I love connecting with people. I love helping, and having this nice vacation was super cool. Like I said, I didn't film anything when I was up there. I took a couple photos. I actually wanted to spend a day and just walk around, like go out, drive somewhere, and then just walk around and take photos, because the nature in West Virginia, the mountains are absolutely gorgeous. It is truly some of those beautiful and breathtaking landscapes that I have seen in person traveling America. I don't travel a lot, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I haven't traveled everywhere. I've never been hiking in like the Himalayas or in like the forests of Washington, even though they're beautiful. I've seen photos of that too. But there's just like a peace and a real, it's hard to explain. Like, if I just showed a photo that I've taken, then you still wouldn't get the idea of seeing it in person. There's something that is unquantifiable, something that's difficult to actually express. There's a calmness to the area that I really like, and it's really cool. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off the piece of loot that I am the most excited for. I know I save that usually for last. I get that. but I'm so excited for it because I picked it up right before I left. I took a couple photos, and it's this guy right here. So this right here is part of the Hammond collection, which is a sub, I think, yeah, that's a good right word, sub toy line of Jurassic Park figures, where instead of being your normal dinosaur toy, where they're really big, or they have like a cool like chomp gimmick, or the tail moves, no, these are highly detailed and highly articulated dinosaur figures. You heard me right, detailed and articulated. Now, I love dinosaurs. Always love dinosaurs. If you look at my studio, you can usually find 1, 2, sometimes 3 dinosaur books. I love dinosaurs. In fact, when I draw dragons, I make them look more like dinosaurs, because to me, that just makes sense. Now, what I really like about the Hammond collection is they have a good variety of different dinosaurs. Now, this is my first in the Hammond collection. They also have figures based off of characters from the movies. Now, there's quite a few that I want. There's definitely, this is a line I don't want to collect every single figure from. There's a lot I want to get. And the first one I've been wanting to get for a while is the T-Rex. Now, he usually sells for about $50, but I haven't been able to find him anywhere. And if I do, he's like $100, which is insane to me. And it bothers me a lot. So, when I saw this on clearance at Target, I had to get the Giganotosaurus. This is absolutely beautiful. Does Mattel, I'm just curious real quick, yeah, it is Mattel that's making these. I love Hasbro, they make really good figures, but Mattel, bro, you did good on this. Now, I already took him out of packaging. I literally got home, opened him up, started playing with him, and then left to go on my little vacation because I had to wait for Sarah to come back from work. And yeah, this guy is awesome. So I did take my Body King figure, I made a little shield, and I also made like a Buster style sword for him. And I put him on, and I took some photos, and yeah, I'm going to be painting this guy. The detail on this figure, by the way, is phenomenal. The articulation, legitimately impressive. It's not like SH Monster Arts quality, it's not the most posable thing in the world, but it is extremely posable, and he actually holds his balance really well. The eyes are really cool. So they're, I don't know if they're resin, but they're definitely like some type of clear plastic that really catches the light. So it's kind of hard to see, but it gives you a really cool reflection. Really, really stunning. These are some softer parts, so the mouth does open and close properly. So it has that like elasticness to it. And the tail, so it has 2 joints in here, but this bends. So this part here, really, really cool. This is absolutely amazing. I don't know where I'm going to put him. I genuinely have no idea where I'm going to put this figure. But you know what? I don't care. He's super cool, and I love him. He's my child. I'm going to actually put him right here so you can now see him while I'm filming. And yeah, I also, like I said, made a shield and a sword. This is so cool. It's so epic. I love it. I just don't know where I'm going to put it in the studio. So I might have to put it in my room. We'll see. I'm slowly getting a couple posable animals. I know I bought Battle Cat. Was it last month or the month before? But either way, really, really cool. So I picked that up before I went to Virginia. And then at Virginia, I'll show you everything that I got. So for $1 at a flea market, I found this Tales from the Crypt hat. Now, normally I don't like the baseball caps that have like this mesh. But you know what? This is awesome. So it has the 3 hosts. Super cool. I love this. I am a hat person, but I'm more of a beanie person than I am baseball hats. And even then, I'm really picky because, again, I don't like this mesh. But for $1, bro, how could I not do this? Also, I feel like this changes, like, not my personality, but how I'm perceived. Like, I'm like a normal dude here. Over here, I feel like this brings out, like, my time in Boston. Like, you look at me and you know I lived in Massachusetts for almost 10 years. And then I take it off, I'm just a normal Floridian. But yeah, so pretty cool. Thought this was awesome. Also at the flea market, I got this right here for Sarah, The Creeper from Jeepers Creeper. Controversial movie because of the director. This is one of Sarah's favorite movie monsters, so very happy to have that in the collection. And that is not for me, that is for Sarah. I do know I have a Creeper action figure. It's like a Mego style figure, but I don't think I have a pop vinyl of the Creeper. So either way, thought that was really cool. Also at the flea market, this was the only other thing that I got, and it was this 3D printed Mothman. Super cute. I got a lot of Mothman stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I love Mothman, he's my favorite cryptid. Yeah, super cool. He's just 3D printed. This dude was like $10, Some of you guys are probably thinking that's way too much. I thought that was really cool. The guy was super nice. We were chatting for a bit. He's a super big comic book guy like me, but he also 3D prints. So there's a lot of cool stuff, but this was awesome. So I might go in and do a little bit of dry brushing with some silver. Definitely am going to paint the eyes. So that's going to be a fun thing to do. I actually really like how like floppy the legs are, but the joints in the arms, like, well, the wing arms, really solid. So yeah. Also, in case you hear it, my voice is still shredded. Yeah, I got sick and I threw up a lot, so that sucks. But yeah, so I'm still trying to recover. You can see there's still some redness in my face, actually. But don't worry, I'm okay now. I also, you know, I'm going to talk about the Mothman stuff real quick. So I got a couple stuff from Mothman. I got this tiny little poster, which is super cool. This is a local artist. I see her work all over Instagram, and to find out that she was a local of Huntington, West Virginia, didn't get to meet her, but I talked to people that she is friends with, so really, really cool. Love this. I do remember that I bought some other cryptids she did last time, but there's some bigger posters. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere in a box because of my move. And she also drew a little bat. Absolutely adorable. These are postcards, by the way. Well, at least this one is. This one's blank on the back. But I'm going to hang these up in the studio. I think they're super cool, super cute, so very excited about that. I also got this Mothman magnet. Super cool, super cute. I love the detail. I love how they did the wings. Super, super cool. I know it's laser cut, but you know what? It's super cool. He's going to chill right there. I, again, love Mothman, so very happy about that. And then I also got 2 Mothman stickers. So I got this right here, which is super reflective. And then I have this one right here, which is not reflective. But still, really cool art. This is like a classic. This is like the iconic, what people think Mothman, you know, in the pulp culture. This one's a little different. I really like the pattern on the wings, so super cool. Had to pick those up. I might actually put one of these on my laptop, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I do have stickers on my laptop, and they're all Batman. So I might put a Mothman sticker on my laptop. That's how much I love Mothman. And the last Mothman, actually no, I have one more thing after this, but I will get to that when I get to it. Right here is a Mothman patch. This right here also glows in the dark, and what I really like about it is that not just because it's Mothman, it's also clearly Batman's symbol, just modified a little bit. In fact, I actually recently learned that the newspaper wanted to name Mothman Batman originally because he was described more as a bat-like creature, but Batman was already copywritten by, of course, DC Comics, so very cool. And then there is also a very cool, very delicious local restaurant that makes amazing food, and they are known for 2 things. Their root beer floats, and on the building, Frost Top has a giant root beer can that actually like sits on and spins, and it looks just like this. So very cool. I love this. Every time we go to West Virginia, I do insist that we eat there because it's amazing, and I don't have anything like this in Florida or when I lived in Virginia. So very cool about that. Really happy that they had a sticker, so I picked that up. At Hot Topic, I got 2 shirts, and they're both Godzilla themed. Now, normally pink is not my color. I don't like the color pink, but I couldn't resist this awesome shirt. And then, of course, they did have one that was of Mecha Godzilla. That's the front. The back also looks dope as hell. Like, I love how this looks. Now, of course, this is Kiryu, who's one of my favorite alternate versions of Mechagodzilla. He built from the bones of the first Godzilla. So he's kind of a weird cyborg zombie. Kind of cool, actually. So, very cool. Really like this. I, by the way, wear an extra large because I have very broad shoulders, for those of you who don't know. If you meet me in real life, you know I have broad shoulders. Alright, now on to the last Mothman thing. I got this for Noah. So this is the ABCs with Mothman, or as the actual title of the book is, Mothman Learns the ABCs. So I plan to read this to Noah quite a bit, so very excited about that. And then this last one here, I think I could show the cover and not get in trouble with YouTube. I could definitely show the back. I know that won't get me in trouble with YouTube. But this is the art of Brackle Romaha. You know, that's a Spanish-sounding last name, and I'm Hispanic, and I can't say it. I tell people English is my only language, and even I can't get it right half the time. So I'm going to put the name right here. Absolutely stunning work. You know what? There we go. There we go, YouTube. Absolutely stunning work. I really like this book. A lot of Conan, a lot of Barbarian, a lot of Swords and Sorcerer. A lot of the art I just straight up can't show because there's a lot of nudity. Both male and female nudity in here. But the reason I picked it up is there is a Yeah, I literally can't show like any pages from here, but the texturing work in this book is phenomenal. The way this guy is drawing horses, the way this guy is drawing, I'm seriously, I'm looking for a page to show you guys, and I literally can't find a page. But yeah, the texture work on the backgrounds, the stone, the way he draws animals, the whole expression and motion that's in here. This book was only $10, which is not bad at all. And I know okay, so the price says $14, but they had a sale where it was $4 off books. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this book up for $10. So the actual art in here is really good. I love fantasy art. I know I talk a lot about the comic art and superheroes and urban artwork that I do and a lot of the sci-fi stuff, but I absolutely do love traditional fantasy art. I think it's absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. I love old-fashioned science fiction novels too, like the art, that Pulp Fiction style. I love it, it's so good. So really happy to pick this up. It's a great resource, which you could tell my resources are getting full. This is the newest book that I bought, and yeah, I am just slowly running out of room because this is the only shelf I have right now. I need to get either fewer books, so I need to get these away, or I need to get another shelf, but I can't fit another shelf in here for obvious reasons. So, picked this book up, really glad I picked it up, super cool. And then lastly, I got some stuff on clearance at my job, so this was today. I put these on hold before I left, and then I realized, oh, I need to buy these because, well, that's how putting things on hold works. So I do apologize for the awkward cut. The camera was slowly tilting and it was bothering me, but I like to think it's a visual of me just going mad talking straight to you guys for, oh my gosh, how long? I think I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. Like, I've had to break it up because I've had people come in here, but yeah, I think I've been talking for like 20 minutes, which is hilarious. But anyway, so this right here is a Utrecht rigger. Some companies, they call them scripts. Some companies call them riggers. It really just depends on where you get your brushes from. But they're these really long ones right here. They're kind of a pain to keep their shape. Now, you can, of course, just do the and get them to a sharp point. I don't recommend that because the saliva isn't super good for the brush hair and its like health overall. Personally, I like to use a brush cleaner, and then I shape them while they're wet, and I hang them upside down to dry with this drying rack right here that my dad got me. Super good and helpful. It helps with my workflow. Not needed. You don't need this, but for me it helps. And I also use a brush shapener. Now, I use the Speedball one. I've been told by very angry boomers that it was better in the 80s, 10 years before I was born. So from what I've used, it works. I'm going to assume it was better back then, but you know what? I wasn't there, so I don't know. But this is what we have now, and I really do like to use these, and I'm trying to build up my confidence with them. So the ones that I normally use are these short scripts. Now, this is by Velvet Touch, which is made by Princeton. These are really good because I can get a lot of line variety. I can go in, I can do my ink work with them. They hold a good amount of ink. The challenge is that if you ink with a brush, you're not going to get a lot of sharpness. It's very difficult. So your artwork's going to be rounder, it's going to be softer. And it's one thing that you don't think it is, but just look and you'll notice it's a challenge. You can really tell an inker if they can actually go in and make artwork sharp with a brush. That's how you know you got a good inker. But this is a script which is a lot more difficult to control. Obviously holds a lot more ink and paint, but it is more difficult to control. And I've gotten pretty good with this. I feel pretty confident. Not as confident with the short one versus this one, but I still really do like that. So I thought, you know what, on clearance, let's go ahead and pick up a 6 just to have that as an extra tool in my tool belt to play with. And then I got some Winsor Newton markers. So for those of you who don't know, I do like Winsor Newton. I think they are a phenomenal brand that makes some really good high quality art supplies. Not everything they make is 100%, but of course, you're gonna have a couple duds, but I think their markers are really solid, and I picked up 6 that we will no longer be carrying in store. So we clearanced them out, and I thought, you know what, why not? So I picked up Berry Red, Agin, I'm gonna put the name right here, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Honeycomb, Magenta, and this one I picked up just because it really bothered me. This is Pastel Beige, but doesn't that look like a glow-in-the-dark marker? Like, I feel like I should draw with this and then it will just glow in the dark. So it made me laugh. I don't know if I'm actually ever going to use that color, but, you know, why not? So, yeah, that is... Oh, no, I got one more thing. So I picked this up in West Virginia. I actually kind of am mad that I picked it up because this is a shot glass that I use when I make my art. I fill this up with my ink. That way I don't leave my ink well open, but more importantly, I can see how far I'm dipping my pen. It's just easier for me, so I can just go in to whatever level I want depending on what I'm inking, can tap the edge. This thing cleans easy. I got them on Amazon. I got them in a 2-pack. They were less than like $5. Well, for $5, I got this right here, which I don't think I can use for ink because this is pretty much the equivalent of one full inkwell. Dang, that is, like, I can literally fit that in there, like, and it disappears. But the artwork on it's cool. It's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which Super Saiyan 3 is actually my favorite Super Saiyan transformation. I know some people, you know, if you know me, you're not surprised, but if you don't know me, that is a surprise, so I'll leave it at that. Either way, it's cool. It's a nice shot glass. I just intended to use it for art, and I didn't realize it was just that much bigger than this. Yeah, just don't know why. The scaling was off that day in my brain. So I might use this for some other stuff. It's definitely something that I wish I had something a little more nerdy. Because don't get me wrong, this is nice and professional, but it's me. I'm not professional. I want something nerdy. So yeah, either way, I might use this to drink, but I don't drink that much. But, you know, a few times I do, I'll have a shot with the homies. So yeah, very excited about that. That is all the loot from before I left to while I was away to after. So I'm tired. I got some stuff I need to work on. I got some organization. Again, I decorated a little bit in the studio, rearranged, reorganized, and yeah, things were going good. Really excited for what's coming up. Again, more details on that stuff as they develop, so look forward to that. Don't know how much I'm going to film this month. I know every time I say that, I tend to film a lot, and I'm hoping that I do because I like these like little catch-ups and talks with you, but I've been talking for well over like 25 minutes at this point, unedited. So you guys have an amazing day. If you want something done, ask a busy man. I think I've mentioned it before on the channel, but that has pretty much been my motto for a very long time because I have been very, very busy. So let's recap. Now, I know that this is going to probably be a weird vlog where it won't be short. It's only going to be priced to really 2 clips, and that is the clip from when I got back from my vacation and the clip now that I'm ending the month on. I do have some loot, I do have some stuff I want to talk about, but I've been very busy. Chris and Alex have purchased their own house, they are moved in, and of course, as the older brother, I had to help them move. So, very time consuming. Got some stuff set up for them, built some furniture, put some light fixtures up, hung a TV. So, overall, I have been extremely busy with that, so a lot of my free days have been going over to help them out, and then of course playing with Noah. So now that they are on their own house again, I'm pretty much going to have a little more free time to work on a couple projects, which is good. The downside is I won't be able to just randomly hang out with my nephew, unless I decide to randomly pop by their house uninvited or invited. Either way, I have been really busy with that aspect. I've also been really busy working on a couple other things, specifically 2 big projects. So, number 1 is that August 16th, and I will make another announcement in a YouTube short talking about this, but I will be working with the Imagine Museum on a very fun artist panel where we're going to talk about superheroes, comics, comic art. Really excited about that. It's going to be super cool, so I literally am so excited for it. I cannot wait. And then the week after that, August 16th, we will also be doing a workshop. So I'm going to go in and talk about inking comics. Why do we ink comics? Why is there a history for this? What is the look of it? What do you expect? A couple techniques. And then we're going to go in from start to finish and ink a full illustration. So I did do a specific illustration. I can give you a little sneak peek. There you go. This was going to be the original one, but just wasn't coming out right, so I did something a little more comfortable. So I did something that I'm a little more comfortable with, and I really like how it came out, but we will be inking this from start to finish. So very, very excited about that. I think it's going to be super cool. So I have that illustration there. I also have been working on an illustration for a sci-fi exhibit, so there you go. Not much now, but I will be making it look really cool. I've been working on a couple layers and stuff on that. And then in addition to that, I will be working on a piece for the fantasy exhibit. So while this is blank now, I actually have been doing a lot of sketching and figuring out the composition and taking photos in my sketchbook, and then with my phone I've been taking pictures. I also just needed to clean my phone because I had way too many references on it. So for those of you who don't know, I know I've talked about it before on this, and I'll make this super quick. On my external hard drive, I have a folder called The Bank. The Bank is my collection of references. Now, it is stuff that I found on Pinterest, Instagram, out in the wild, cool things I see, just random things like action figures that I set up for poses. It's all there. It's now 17 gigs of thousands of photos, books, PDFs, couple videos. It is a huge, huge thing. I could probably sell that for a lot of money. I just don't have the rights to everything in it. And it is like everything, like body types, it is compositions, it is poses, weapons, you name it, I have it in there. It's a really good resource that I have, but the only thing is that it's kind of hard to maintain. Only because if you don't organize it. So I have had this since my artistic journey has begun. So I have organized it, reorganized it, renamed things, fixed spelling errors, added new things to it constantly. But one of the big things that I realized is that I couldn't keep this on my phone. So I decided that I would keep essentially just the random stuff that I have on my phone, and at the end of the month, I would transfer it and organize it into the bank on my external hard drive. And that also gets copied onto my tablet when I finish organizing everything. But that is one thing that I've done that's really helped me get my references, build up my visual library, and also just stay organized. So very happy about that. I keep checking the mic because I tried to record this earlier and the mic wasn't on. So I'm like constantly double checking it because I'm nervous that I didn't turn it on. Either way, I do have quite a bit that I'm working on. It is one of those things where I love being busy and working on projects, but man, I need more time because I am busy with a capital B. But I do have some loot to round off, and they were all gifts from my friend Bianca and her awesome husband Matt, and they are super cool. So first off, I got the Spider-Man hat, which is awesome. I love beanies. It's a little small, so I need to stretch it out, but it is so cool. I love it. And she also loaned me these Prismacolor color pencils, but these are the water-soluble ones. So she said that give them a try to see what I think about them. So I don't know what I'm going to make with them yet. It also has some stickers on it, which is super cool. So this was a loan, this was a gift, and she also gave me this traveling wet palette. So this is cool because it's airtight and seals. I love this. She also put one of her stickers of her artwork on here, which is super cool. I was actually looking at this, and I thought this was really, really nice. So I really am thankful that she gave it to me. It has some areas here to put your watercolor wash here, and then you have two mixing areas, and then a larger mixing area that does come out. See if I can, there you go. So, very cool gift, super thoughtful. I thought this was awesome. So, thank you very much, Bianca. I really appreciate it. This was a really cool gift, and in my opinion, a great way to end this month. So, recap. Got a lot going on, working on a lot of pieces. I do apologize if the influx of videos is not as high as normal, if I had to skip a week or two. Hopefully you guys will forgive me, but I am super thankful for you guys for just putting up with my crap and enjoying what I do. So keep being awesome.